The world tells us, this is good, that is evil. This is right, that is wrong. We look at criminals and say, they are bad. We look at wrongdoers and say, they must be judged. It's true. Their actions bring pain. And they leave wounds in the world. The actions themselves are never right. But Buddha said, leave all extremes, and walk the middle way. No one is born a criminal. Everyone is born pure. But through wounds, deprivation, and distorted environments, the soul bends, and finally appears in the shadow of crime. Their actions are wrong, but their soul is not to be thrown away. As a parent myself, crimes against children feel unbearably painful. The anger and despair are only natural. Yet even then, we must remember, the actions are wrong. But cursing the soul divides us. That judgment gives birth to more evil. If we respond with rage and hatred, that too becomes our karma, returning to us. We remain trapped in the cycle of suffering. Buddha said, leave all extremes, and walk the middle way. Jesus said, love your enemies. Hate the sin, but do not hate the sinner. This is not just moral advice. Even those who hurt us, at the root of their soul, are still children of God. Actions must stop. Wrongs must be corrected. But if we cover the soul with hatred, we fall into another chain of evil. Love does not excuse the wrong. Love trusts that the soul will one day return to the light through God's plan. And Jesus showed that love to the very end. For sinners, for those called enemies. He was nailed to the cross, leaving us the model of love. Think of Mary, his mother, standing by the cross. Why must my son suffer for sinners? Her heart broke as only a mother's could. Yet she knew his love was God's will. And she remained with him until the end. It was not just death. It was the heartbeat of God embracing sinners. If it were your son, you would feel how deep and absolute that love truly was. The cross was not a place of curse, but the place where even the greatest hatred was transformed into love. The middle way is the path beyond the split of good and evil. The path of love is the way that even embraces hatred and transforms it into light. In the end, the two paths become one. Not judgment, but love. Not division, but oneness. That path is the truth. So how should we live? Say no clearly to wrong actions. But do not hate the person. Do not let anger be your judge. First, master your own heart. Instead of harsh words, remember they may be a wounded soul. A little understanding, a little compassion, a small choice of silence. These can set you free and bring light to the world. That is the way of the middle path and the way of love. And how we can live them out today.